And then this is the story number 2. The title is The Road to Becoming an Intellectual. The third semester was supposed to be a period of stability, a time when I would finally feel comfortable with university life. I had come to know my lectures, grown accustomed to rhythm assignment, and formed close friendship that brought me joy. Everything should have fulfilled as sure, but oddly enough, it was not in that very semester that I felt most lost. Each day began to feel behavior. I would wake up in the morning with a hollow feeling inside. I still went to campus, sat in the class, and listened to lectures, but my mind wandered aimless back at my boarding room. Textbook lay scattered across the desk, some open, others untouched. I started at them, but rarely touched them. I felt empty. Question began to echo in my mind. Why did I choose this major? Do I truly want to study English literature? What I'm going to become? This talk spurred endlessly in my head, stirring anxiety that lingered throughout the day. I felt like I was not good enough, not smart enough, and my future seemed like foggy pit with the next destination. The expectation of family, the hopes of others, and the constant pressure to succeed closed around me like invisible walls. In the midst of turmoil, there was a person who became a beacon of hope, Abdullah. Abdullah had been a close friend of mine since the beginning of college. We often prayed together, stayed together, and shared stories about anything and everything. He was an international student from Saudi Arabia, but his heart was in a warm home. He loved helping the other and always radiated a kind, positive energy that uplifted everyone around him. One night I was sitting alone in my room, the light from my desk lamp glowing dimly in the darkness. I started plainly at the wall, lost in thought, numb and exhausted that when Abdullah came knocking. Rizal, what are you doing? He asked kindly. Can I come in? I nodded and he sat beside me in silence for a while. Then he asked me, are you okay? You seem very different lately. That simple question was it locked the shutter at the walls I had been trying too hard to maintain. I looked down. The tears began to stream from my eyes without warning. I'm tired, Abdullah. I whispered, I don't know why, but everything was wrong. I don't know who I am or what I'm supposed to be. I think I chose the wrong major and it itself feels so pointless. Abdullah did not rush to respond, he just listened and at the moment that was exactly what I needed to advise. Not solution, just someone who genuinely wanted to understand. When was finished, Abdullah gently patted my shoulder and everyone goes through moments like this. Even I would travel to so far to be here, even though myself, but what matters most is how choose to rise again. That night he offered many pieces of wisdom, but one thing stuck with me. If you like you're drowning in the darkness, then be the light of yourself. Knowledge is that light. If you want to be strong, become a person of knowledge, and don't be afraid to look smart. The world needs people who dare think and learn. His words that hit me like a ray of light piercing through the clouds. For the first time in weeks, I felt truly moved. That night I slept peacefully, something I had not done in a long while. The next day I made a decision I did not want to drown in despair any longer. I started small. I reorganized my study dish, reopened the books I had abandoned, and tried to re-engage with my studies. I took notes in the class again and began asking more questions. It was a slow process, but I was moving. Still, the path change was not smooth, began with smooth motivation. I harbored lingering fears of pain, since a show of fear closing from as I've become too achieve to or ambition. The fear of being judged still haunted me every time I hesitated. I told Abdullah he was never afraid to be himself. He studied hard, helped others, and remained me humble. That was what I wanted to emulate. I did not need to become someone else, I just need to become the version of myself. I began seeking out activities that would help me grow. One of them was attending campus seminar. At first I went just to kill them, but soon I realized how valuable they were. I learned about leadership, critical thinking, and even about the professional what I'd eventually face after graduation. From here, I began to rediscover my identity. I realized that being my intellectual was not about being this person in the room. It was about From there, I began to discover my identity. I realized that being intellectual was not about responsible in the room. It was about being willing to think, to learn, and to contribute. I grew more confident. I started speaking up in discussion, writing opinion pieces, and helping classmates who struggle with their lesson. All this change would not have happened with Abdullah. He was not just my friend, which a teacher in life. He reignited the spirit in that almost extinguished. He showed me that life have not been perfect. What matters is what keep going. We often spend our evening discussing everything from philosophy, religion, politics to literature. Every conversation with Abdullah expanded my perspective. He never preached it, but always invited me to reflect more deeply. Now I'm in 60 semesters. I no longer feel lost. I may not know exactly what the future holds, but I'm certain I'm on the right path. I want to become intellectual not just for myself, but for the people around me. I want to be useful, just as Abdullah has been like in my life. And most importantly, I want to be a good friend just like Abdullah, the best friend I could ever ask for. Before the session ended, we took up to meet on the left, serious face but heartful gratitude. Abdullah in the middle, calm and the content, Edgar on the right, giving thumbs up with the skits another. That put to my scene ordinary but a symbol of a long journey. I don't know the future hold, and maybe we'll get busy with days